Well, it says we're live, so skip the intro.
Oh, we're live.
Live.
Well, hopefully you guys can hear us. Welcome to the Final Third podcast. I'm Scott.
I'm Mike.
I'm Heine.
I'm Alan.
There you are. Okay, so it's just going to be really delayed for us. We are out in the middle of nowhere.
Literally nowhere.
Grundy County, Tennessee. Pelham, Tennessee. The Caverns. You guys, tell us where you're at.
We are in PCA 2026 in New Orleans right now. So we're inside the convention center, obviously with all the exhibitors out here. Place is massive, absolutely massive and stuff here. I didn't think it was this big, but there's a lot. We've been here since 10, but we've only been like less than a tenth of the way through.
Yeah, we're not even through the first row yet.
Yeah. We're not even halfway through the first row.
And already found a lot of cool
cigars
stuff.
out there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, actually, I got to show you my prized possession.
Oh,
I mean,
get ready.
Uh-oh.
Prized possession. Found it was our very first stop.
Just hit the button.
There you go. The IU box.
Box of the Indiana National Championship cigars. It was a company called Bocock Cigars, out of Louisiana or
Yep.
Texas, right down here and stuff. So we saw them. I said, look, I have to have that. I have to have a box and stuff. So they sold it to me for MSRP. Problem is
Well, that's a
this:
good
the bad thing is this. I can't smoke them. Like I can't open it and smoke it. So hopefully, maybe we're gonna send Will and Lisa. I'm not Will, but Rob and Lisa over there later on and stuff because they got Michigan one, obviously for
Stuff with this weird M on it that somebody might like.
yeah, the breeder might like the damn M, and because they're getting the national championship for Michigan basketball as well. They're in the design phase right now. So, but they probably have about 15 sports teams, most of them down south, but the two Midwest ones they have is Indiana and Michigan. So, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, today we are still smoking and we're doing a little drinking. We got started early this morning.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we started with a little Bailey's in our coffee.
Cutter.
I'm just going to carry both.
And we started with Bloody Marys. Oh, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, we had some Bloodies, Bailey's in the coffee. Now
What
we
do you
have
guys-
this more important whiskey.
Yeah, what's the main one you have? You guys have like 13 bottles on that table.
Hold on, no. Let me show you some names.
Oh, so I brought a couple Elijah Craig's. This one is A120, 136.6 proof. That's an old Bob. Then I brought the C925. We stopped at Liquor Barn at Bowling Green yesterday. And, yeah,
That explains a lot.
We-
That was new.
We drank a little Peerless.
yeah.
Really good. We're gonna stop on the way back.
We got to get another single barrel rye. It was like $74. It's great.
So
Got this other Boone's bourbon. We tried that Boone's bourbon. What was it, last week? This one, the one that we had was the private selection. This one is just the regular American oak, regular Boone's bourbon. Still 117 proof, but it was like $34. So we'll try that.
That's not
and see
bad.
what it is. Yeah. Then I brought a New Riff High Note. This one's a blend. It's a 4-year blend, 109 proof. This one was mixed with 100% malted rye, Balboa rye, and biscuit malt. So this one's interesting. It's really weird. That was a special release, and then Scotty brought some Chattanoogas for us to drink.
Yeah. Unfortunately for us being inside here, is that there's no alcohol inside. So
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, no.
So we can't pair anything
Allegedly.
today. So I'm smoking
We're going to start with a little bit of the Elijah Craig. A120.
A120.
Well, don't
Mike pulled
pour
this out
one
of the
out for the
cellar.
homies. Just keep going.
Right.
Don't do it, Alan.
I'll have the-
So yeah, what are you guys smoking?
So I'm getting ready to smoke from the cigar place called Warfighter Tobacco Company. It's actually a pretty cool place there. They got a lot of cool designs, and obviously it's veteran owned. so we want to support them as well. But I'm smoking what is called their dumpster fire. So it's like a blend or mixture of all their tobacco, like kind of left over.
It's their sandwich stick.
Yeah, it's a sandwich stick. So it's called dumpster fire. So we'll see.
And the presentation on it's really cool. It's a small wooden green dumpster that they stand up vertically in.
Like Oscar the Grouch. It's hilarious.
Yeah. We already, like I said, we sent you guys a video. We already smoked the Mayflower. As you know, Rob has got a meeting. Yeah, Rob's got a meeting with them. Their booth
That's what I have right now.
Yeah, their booth is pretty packed right now. So it seems to be like the hot little brand out there. I know Rob's talked about bringing them in because he actually smoked the 3 samples they send him, and he really, really liked them. So I started off with Connecticut. Actually, it was surprisingly, not bad for Connecticut. Obviously, my taste has moved on a little bit to the medium to the bold, but it actually has some good sweetness in it. So wasn't mad at it at all. So I think it would be a good addition to the lounge if Rob decides to bring it in. That's a good Connecticut for some of our Connecticut smokers out there.
Awesome.
So is Rob feeling like he's finding some different brands or some cigars that maybe he wasn't expecting to kind of show up and highlight?
Lisa's already complaining that they're spending too much money, so I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she said,
and it's day 1 and 2 hours in, so.
Yeah, she sent a picture that says spending way too much money. And it's a picture of Rob at a booth signing up for something.
That's great. Yeah, usually it's, what about June when a lot of the PCA stuff comes to the lounge?
Yeah. Well, you guys stopped by Espinosa, and we know you guys were with Guy Fieri yesterday, hanging out with Tyler Jones and Eric Espinosa. So talk about some of those new releases that they're doing, like the Las Ace and the Chef Special.
Well, they didn't really go into too much detail with us about them yet, and because they were like, "Oh, we'll save it for the show. We'll talk to you at the show." So they really didn't give us much detail. And then as soon as Guy Fieri showed up, it pretty much just ruined any conversations that were happening.
Yeah. Basically, all the attention was on Guy, which, hey, I get it. So everybody was occupied with him. Will and Lisa, they waited in the line. I hate lines. So we did get a signature on a hat. I think Rob at least talked about having a giveaway, for some of the hats as well. We tried to get more signatures, but we got back in line when the line died down, but it died down for a reason because there was no more signatures or pictures available with him. So you had to be someone.
Right place, right time situation.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, at least you got in there for a picture.
So, Mike, what are you smoking?
I'm smoking the Undercrown Maduro. It's a staple at the lounge. We smoke it all the time, whether we're on the golf course or just sitting out on the board. It's great smoke, real dark. It's great.
I'm smoking the Macala Florencia. This is often given as bonus cigars when you're buying a box at an event. To me, this one always has like some of that chocolate chip cookie with the dark chocolate
crisp
notes. Yeah, cookie crisp. I know we've talked about that quite a bit. And then what do you think about this bourbon?
Man, it's so sharp. I didn't realize I still had this bottle. I still have a B519 as well. I should have brought that one, but man, this one is very oaky. Little caramel on the front, but it's got a pretty quick finish to me. It's viscous, but it's drying.
The ethanol sits on the tongue a little bit.
The ethanol sits there a little long. 136.6. It's hot.
It's hot.
It's a little hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
Yeah, it's a little warm, but
yeah, especially sitting out here. I don't know what you guys are inside, so you're probably in air conditioning.
Yes.
But we're outside, and it's pushing 80 degrees. Here about noon Central Time, so
pretty toasty.
Yeah, with the 136 proof bourbon, and I don't know why did we pour this as the first one.
I don't know.
Have all these Tennessee, Chattanoogas. There you go. There you go.
You're here.
Yep. Once again, it's the amateur hour on the Final Third podcast.
Well, I'm surprised you have a shirt on.
I really debated. I did put it on just for the show.
You got dressed for the public.
Yeah, for public consumption. Yep.
So what are you
So I
guys
didn't
doing
know-
the rest of the day? You guys just going around to different booths, or?
trying to get as many cigars as we can. So some booths they're not sampling. Obviously, like the big boys like Padron, Oliva, and all that, they're not giving away samples, but some of the boutique ones are. But like I said, we are only a tenth, maybe even that,
If that.
through and stuff. So a lot of places to visit. So we got some things for you guys to try as well when we get back. We'll see. This dumpster fire is actually pretty good.
Yeah. The
It's
presentation on it's great. The band is literally just a dumpster fire.
I don't know if you can see. Wait.
There you go.
Jen said she wants a dumpster.
We got by the box.
Oh,
I'll ask them.
By the
We'll
box.
stop by there again. We talked to them quite a bit. I'll stop by there again, see if they have an empty box.
That'd be great. So last night, obviously, we came here to go to 2 concerts. JJ Gray and Mofro was last night. No opener. They played for about 2.5 hours, which was great.
let's try something.
Yeah.
Clip that. So now I figured this out. I'll tell you why I did that. On StreamYard, the new AI reels that it will do. It says you can say that phrase, and it'll.
Oh, it's a
it'll
voice
pick it
prompt?
out. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh,
if
very
there's something
cool.
that you guys think along the way that you want to see in a reel, say clip that, and it should pull it in AI.
Are you serious?
So we'll check that out. Yeah.
Wow.
Allegedly. Sorry to interrupt.
Allegedly.
We're teaching all the things
Yeah.
to all of our listeners out there, all tens of you listen to the show. Teaching you about how to do podcasts as well as teaching you about cigars and whiskey.
Now take
But-
what we tell you and go do better than we do.
Well, it's an educational show, so
Yeah.
It is an educational show.
That's
Very
true,
good.
yeah.
So yeah, we're at the show last night, and I had gone with Grant and seen JJ at the Palladium in Carmel, which is a very kind of formal kind of venue. It's a traditional kind of playhouse or opera house. Here at the Cavern, it was general admission, standing room only. First of all, the venue. The venue is amazing. Absolutely incredible. It's
It looked
what did
cool.
they say, about
1100.
yeah, about 1,100 people, and it's yeah. I mean, look, they tell you it's 59 degrees in there, so it's cool. But you put 1,100 people in there, it's warm. So I went with shorts and a t-shirt last night, and I was fine. It was not hot.
It was comfortable. It was comfortable.
And every now and then you get a breeze from the back of the cave. That was very nice. As far as the show, great show. I'll say good show. I said you're always going to get like an enjoyable show with JJ. It's going to be different in some way every single time.
I like the ladies.
The ladies,
There was
the
a good- that
backup
was a good
singers
touch.
are great. Yep, the
Well,
horn
it was
players.
just backup in the horn. It was just a great like live touch.
Yeah, the horns and the ladies. They've had them for the last 2 or 3 years now.
Oh, I have.
He added them.
I like that. I thought it was great.
It was great. I will say, I think they had a fill-in trumpet player last night.
It was soft.
He was a little soft. Well, I would say he was a little soft. I've heard the main trumpet player before, so the bass player. I kept telling everybody the bass player is so
Oh,
good
he
for
crushed
JJ,
it. That guy crushed
and
it.
he was fantastic. But if you get a chance to come to the Caverns, definitely come down here. We did find out for camping.
Yeah, let's start all the way back at the beginning.
Yeah.
When we get here yesterday, we pull into the campground that's owned by the Caverns. We go talk to the lady, give him, the name, and he's like, I got 4 general admission tickets. I don't have a camping pass. We're like, oh man, Janelle could have passed out. She was already mad. So Scott finds the email from where he booked, and they were like, oh yeah, these right across the street. So we're at this, it's Chris's place apparently. So we go down the road to this where we're at now. I mean,
300 feet.
there's 3 other people here, which is great. I mean, it's nice and quiet. We're back on the field. Obviously, you can see the pasture behind us. Electric hookups. There's a shower house across the road. the guy was like, "Yeah, you could have got here at 10 a.m." We're like, "Dang, we're playing for free. Like, we would have came yesterday."
Yeah.
Like, and then yeah, they could have dogs here on this side. So we're like, "Well, didn't know that." So, you know, this was like the best happy accident that we ever could have had was booking the wrong campsite because we're in a better spot for sure.
Well, I mean, it's all about the happy little accidents and the
They're happy trees.
little trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every now and then you get a win when you're least expecting.
Yeah. So the caverns are right up the hill. It was probably half a mile or so, maybe.
That's not bad.
At most, maybe a third.
Yeah, I mean, it was a brief little walk. Food vendors outside the gate, food vendors inside the gate. You got 2 bars, 2 full-service bars, full bathrooms inside. It's really nice. Like, not something that you would expect from the Cavern. You know, when you think of like this type of venue, but it's a pretty cool place.
And it's
So you guys-
it's all in this really neat valley out here. It's just a big valley, Tennessee Valley. It's really nice. Go ahead, Alan.
So you guys watching? Is JJ Gray again tonight, or is it a different concert?
No, tonight is Band of Heathens.
Okay. Another band I've never
Yeah,
heard
so-
of.
Well, for those that want to know, look up the song Hurricane.
You'll
It's definitely
instantly
their
know
most, it's their most popular song. I mean, these are not radio bands,
Yeah.
right? This is, you find about them from a friend or your Pandora randomly plays and you're like, oh, that's a really cool song. That's kind of like JJ's like that in a lot of ways. Band of Heathens, a lot of these kinds of bands are all in a similar vein.
Yeah. Well, Alan, I was making jokes yesterday because when we go golfing, we listen to JJ Gray and Mofro on the Spotify. And so when Seminole Wind came on, I'm looking for my ball, wondering where it went. That's what I'm usually doing. If Seminole Wind comes on, I'm wondering if it went left or right. And I can't find my-
I like the nose on this one better than the palate.
It's a little harsh. I
It
think
is.
maybe that's why I have so much left in the bottle.
Well, the early releases of the barrel proofs on Elijah Craig were hotter. They were definitely a little bit hotter. Thanks for the dump cup, Jim.
No,
We appreciate that.
All right, well, let's move on to some Chattanooga then, because we're in the spirit.
You
of
don't want to do
Tennessee.
the other Elijah Craig?
No, we'll come back to that. We probably shouldn't have started with that. Actually, you know what? Let's do the Boones County. Or
Yeah,
Boones Bourbon.
Boone's Bourbon.
Not Boones County.
Not Boone County.
not fake.
Not that.
Yeah, I don't know if this will show or not, but that's how much of the show we've done so far.
So you're like right there. Just the tip.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So are you guys gonna try to fit in a bunch today, or is tomorrow you guys gonna split it up?
I think today's the big day.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get as much as we can today. So that's the reason why we didn't really go out last night. Everybody was kind of beat. I mean, I think Liesel took like 20,000 steps,
Yeah.
26,000.
26,000 steps yesterday.
26,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny part of this is I only took 18,000. We went the same distance.
You got a little.
Now
legs.
that's funny. She does have
Yeah.
little legs. Yep.
All right, real quick. So we're gonna move to this Boone's Bourbon here. This is 117 proof. I have no idea the age on this. It actually the bottle's signed by Ty Boone. I don't know what the age is, but on the label it says aged a minimum of 6 months. So I don't know. This could be 7-month-old bourbon. I don't know.
It is very light.
It is very light. I mean, it's crazy light.
It's more than straw, but
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
I mean, it's got a very, very ethanol note.
Dried corn husk.
Yeah.
Hey, there is we did meet some new friends. There's a cigar lounge up in Middlebury, Indiana. Have you guys heard of Middlebury, Indiana?
I
No.
have.
I haven't. Where's
So
that?
there's
Up
a
north.
yeah, so it's up north. We met the owners and their crew there yesterday. So they they invited us to do a podcast up there sometime. There's a nice golf course right next to it as well, like literally right next to it. So sounds like a golf and then go up there and visit those guys up there. So they invited us. Great people, great build out. Very beautiful. So I've never even heard of Middlebury, Indiana, but it's about it's southeast of South Bend, but it's still north.
It's up by New Carlisle, which, if anybody saw the sign, you would say, "Oh, I'm in New Carlisle."
Yeah.
But don't call it New Carlisle if you're there, because it's New Carlisle.
New Carlisle. Okay.
I don't know why. It's really weird. I had a school that was a customer of mine way back in the day, and went and visited, and they were like, "Welcome to New Carlisle."
Of the
That's weird.
Middlebury, yeah.
Yeah.
Will's looking up the name real quick of the lounge up there. I forgot what it's called, but great people. But hey, like I said, we're making some connections out there. We talked about we do a podcast, so obviously they want to get their name out there, so they invited us to go up and collaborate with them. Slow
Sweet.
Burn.
Yeah.
It's called Slow Burn Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. Slow Burn Cigar and Whiskey Lounge.
Okay. Slow Burn Cigar and Whiskey Lounge.
So
Look
if
it up
you're
when we get
up around the South Bend area, Warsaw, anywhere in that kind of, that's kind of a lot of northern Indiana.
How
Warsaw's
far?
not exactly
It's like 2
close.
hours, 3 hours.
Probably about 2.5. Yep. I had to try and remember. Yep.
All right. What do you think of this corn water?
That's about right. I mean, look, it's definitely young. Okay, there's not a lot of complexity here. And by the way, this is a fairly new-ish distillery. We had their, I forget what it was, the private selection, which was obviously a much different,
Little higher
experience.
Longer age.
Yeah, I think it was.
I believe it was a weeded.
I think it was 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, because we were surprised how dark it was on like a 3 to 4. So yeah, this
Which
one,
honestly, for 6 or 7 months, I'm surprised at how dark this is.
I mean, it's got a little bit of color, but it looks like that Oregon whiskey that Jen brought home.
Now, I'll say this.
Sundance. Yeah. But that was a 6-year, and it looked like this. So
It doesn't. This is the weird thing to me. It doesn't taste immature so much as it just tastes not mature. And I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's like it doesn't seem to scream I'm super young, sharp, kind of sour mash notes, corn, too heavy. It's a little more than that. I mean, it's definitely still a younger whiskey, but it's just not as young as you'd think.
It's a little sweet. Kind of reminds me of the sunflower.
The sunshine?
The sunshine.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of that, what was that? It's like cardamom almost, and like a little bit of hibiscus, elderflower.
Yeah. We found this at the Liquor Barn in Elizabethtown.
Up.
Yeah. Which
So
is
still good.
great store.
Yeah.
I've been there like 3 or 4 times. They got some good barrel picks.
Well, it's funny because we stopped there and like we're like double fisting everything. We're getting nips. We're getting bottles. We got buzz balls for this
on that back
crackhead.
wall.
Yeah, I mean we got some. Actually, we had a couple RTDs.
3 Floyds.
3 Floyds had a vodka soda. Then they had a variety packs. There was guava, mango, passion fruit. There was a pineapple and mango, kiwi, strawberry, coconut lime, and then
we had the negative 196 from
Suntory,
which is a fantastic
Uzu lime.
Yeah. The negative 196. If you're looking for like a cool drink for the summer, 5.5.
5.5. That's perfect. That's why I had 12 of those yesterday. It was okay. I mean, I was pretty smashed.
Yeah, by the end of the night, so a good friend of mine, Kevin Smith, and his 2 sons, Carter and Ian, are down here. They're staying at a cabin about 20 minutes away and coming to the concerts as well. And that's why we killed that bottle of Peerless last night. Because
blame it on them.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
it was definitely, yes, there's no question.
It was a group effort.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
It was.
100%.
Yeah, we'll see how he does.
All right, so we're gonna move on to some Chattanooga whiskey. We got a single barrel here. This is a rye It's a straight rye malt, 118 proof. Did you get this when we went to Chattanooga?
No, this was actually one. This is a Club Marzipan pick.
Oh, this is the marzipan. So this is malted rye, yellow corn, caramel malted rye, and chocolate malted rye. It is greater than 4 years is what it says. So it's at least 4 years and ends in a 53 gallon. So the bottle date on this was January 25.
I wanted to bring out a couple of the Chattanoogas for two reasons.
It's 5
One,
years.
we're in Tennessee. Two, just remind everybody, Chattanooga, they do 25% specialty malts in everything. Their master distiller is a former master brewer for Sam Adams.
Yep.
So he's very familiar with malts, specialty malts that are typically used in beers, and they do that with their whiskey. Also, we need people in Indiana to buy a little bit more Chattanooga whiskey. This year's Founders is not released in Indiana as of right now because they still have last year's.
There's too much. So
There's too much. So get out there, find the bottles of Founders. That's the annual release from Chattanooga so that we can get to 2026 and not have to drive to Kentucky.
yeah. But if you are listening or listen to the show and you're on the road and anywhere other than Indiana and you find a bottle of the 2026 Founders, buy two and bring them in because we know Dr. J will definitely want one of those. And then we'll buy them.
Yeah, we'll buy them.
Yeah, we'll buy them.
We can't get the new stuff till we get rid of the old stuff.
Yeah. So, but if you're in Kentucky, Ohio, or Virginia, for whatever reason, everyone in Virginia loves us this week. So buy the Founders. It's always great. Honestly, my favorite one so far from them has been that Pinot Cask.
That Pinot Cask is great.
So I like that one. The Bottle and
Which I
Bond's
think
not
we
bad.
have here,
yeah,
right?
that's what
Yeah.
that is.
Yep.
You know, the 95 proof is very drinkable. There's no hug on that one, like at all. Little drier than the others, which I like.
And we have the Bottled and Bond.
Bottled and Bond, yeah. So
Yep.
that was the spring 2020 bottle on that.
Yep.
So these are all really pours.
Do you remember the rum we had yesterday?
That's what I was just trying to look up was the name of it.
Yeah, we had
We had a little bit of it.
we had some rum yesterday for one of the sessions there, and you should see the picture of it because Rob kept on. They had like what, about an ounce pour,
If that. Yeah.
if that, and stuff. You walk in, Rob just kept on going back and stuff and just filling his drink up. So it gets, it's like that was just our table looked like there was just 5 of us, and our table looked like it was.
It looked like a dishwashing
party.
station. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
it
was
looked
just
like-
all empty glasses.
It was good
So
rum.
you drank one for me and Scotty. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And everyone else at the lounge.
So we saw you met up with Dwayne, or at least you saw Dwayne.
Dwayne Blazik.
Dwayne
Yep.
Blasik from Kiva. Saw you guys with Jeremy from Callan, so shout out to those guys.
Yeah, we just finished talking to Dwayne right before we got on here, and then we had to find a nice little spot to do this. They've got some interesting stuff coming out. That the soccer ball box that he talked about before
Oh yeah,
is amazing.
Yeah, so we got to take a couple pictures of that. But yeah, it's crazy how they packaged it.
Yeah.
But it's obviously for World Cup coming up. I'll say it's not cheap.
No.
It's not cheap. So I think it gets. Yeah, Frank, there was a couple of things that he talked about. That's not cheap, and there was a cigar release that's coming out that you get. It's like $1,700 MSRP and stuff, but you get like a
Yikes.
18. You get a cutter with it. Like the cutter is the knife. It's not a cutter. It's the knife, and it's gold plated, 18 karat
18
gold.
karat gold knife.
Gold knife, not plated. Yeah, gold knife.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 knife with it. So
But the interesting story behind that
It's
is
the knife from.
all the
Is it
proceeds
the
from that.
Lamb?
I don't think so.
I don't know where they're getting the knife from, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it was engraved or had the design on the blade and everything.
We'll grab some pictures of it and stuff and talk to them
Yeah.
more about it.
But
we
we'll-
literally had to jump out so we could get on here. But the all of the proceeds
Yes.
from that box go directly to their education fund, where everyone in their factory, all the kids, they bus those kids to school and provide them breakfast and lunch for all of the factory workers and farmers that
Wow,
are
that's great.
involved in their organization.
Yeah.
And that's what that box goes completely to fund. You don't see any revenue from that at all. It's literally just to go into that fund, along with all the other stuff that they fund.
Yeah.
But that's a neat story and a neat box.
Probably, obviously, Oliva is going to be a great cigar. You get the nice cutter with it, but it's obviously for a good cause. So, and then they got a couple new things coming out. I don't think Rob's put in an order for it, but like I said, we'll see. No, I would say there's nothing.
For all the listeners out there, if you do follow the show, Wayne Blacy, I think will be joining us again for Card Day this year. That's Friday, May 1st?
No, into May. It's the Friday going into Memorial Day.
Okay, so end of May then. I was thinking Derby. Yeah, Card Day will be Friday. We'll be doing the episode about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. Dwayne Blasek will be joining us. We'll have Drew Black from Circle City Whiskey, and then we'll have a couple different sponsors this year. One including Old Commonwealth donated a bottle for us. We'll have a couple other offerings from Circle City, and I'm sure we'll get a couple more sponsors on board before then too. So, yeah, if you want to come hang out at Scotty's camp, just shoot us a message, and we'll drop you a pin so you can come hang out. It's actually how we met Cody last year. So,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people that we met down at the track last year that have been followers of the show and regulars at the lounge now. So it's a good way to meet people, and it's a great way to stay in shape. Sorry, I just had to put that in.
Oh, it's a great call.
Yeah. So,
we got some other events coming up.
Yeah,
right?
what else is happening?
Derby Day with
Derby,
Trey
Max coming.
With Trey Max.
Trey Max.
Aladino event. That'll be great. What else? Heine, you got the email? You got the list for this week?
I can pull it up. Go ahead.
Yeah,
talk
whenever you pull
amongst
that
yourselves.
Up, we'll be back Monday. You guys are heading home Monday as well, so we'll be back in the lounge this week. We'll be a regular show next week.
We'll do a full rundown of PCA.
Yeah, we'll do a recap. Unfortunately, didn't win Best Leaf.
I feel like they're trying to spread it around a little bit, which I understand. Fair. I mean, you want to promote, cigar lounges everywhere, so
we definitely want to shout out Josh.
Yeah, good for him. The Advocacy Award.
The Advocacy Award for Louisville Cigar Company, well deserved. I mean, we all went nuts the second he won it. We kind of figured it was going to go to him, but it was great to see him actually get recognized for all the hard work that he's done. It was him and I think 4 other people.
Rocky
got
Patel won award. Some senators.
Yeah.
Some state senators and won an award as well. So it's good to see for what they're talking about. Cigar guys that understand premium cigar, that are in state legislation that's trying to help kind of differentiate cigarettes versus premium cigars, and get rid of some of the laws that affect premium cigar shops out there. So
yeah, that's great.
So to that point, let's talk very briefly for those that don't understand or know about PCA. It is the Premium Cigar Association. They're obviously advocates for cigar smokers within governments. They also host the show that you guys are at, which brings together lounges and cigar shops, connecting them with the cigar manufacturers so that you can sample, you can get to know and create relationships with these factory owners, or even people that are just using other factories but getting their own blends and selling them. It's a pretty big deal. I know that they also work in conjunction sometimes with CRA, Cigar Rights of America.
Yep.
There was a federal case, I believe, that was just set. I'm sure there might be an appeal to it, but fighting the FDA and creating a differentiation between premium.
And they won.
They won. And that was the award that Rocky Patel, he went up there, celebrated, and said, "Hey, we beat the FDA." And so that case is settled.
That's great.
That's awesome. So great news. I do believe that they've standardized on premium cigars as 100% tobacco leaf. So you can't use any kind of paper wrapper or anything like that. Hand rolled. That's kind of the designation for the premium cigars that they've established that are separating them from cigarettes and smokeless tobacco.
Yeah,
You know,
that's great.
I sent you guys that link because I was on TikTok earlier this week, and I saw that video that talked about the studies out there that says, hey, you smoke 3 to 4 cigars a day and stuff. It actually helps you. It's actually a good thing. So there's no link to, lung cancer or anything like that. So it's good to see that there's studies out there, medical studies, talking about, hey, cigar smoking is not bad for you. Bad for your wallet. It's bad for your wallet, but not bad for you.
The money's got to go somewhere, right?
Oh yeah.
So I just finished this pour. I really like the mouthfeel on this.
It's soft.
It's very, it's nice and soft.
By using
It's
your
very approachable.
Yeah,
Oh, it's perfect.
it's approachable.
It's not smooth. It's approachable. It's got a nice kind of some kind of underlying chocolate notes there that I like. I do feel like it's not too hot. Now that being said, we did just come
We
off
started with the high.
the high end.
I mean, even the 6 month stuff was 117.
yeah.
Or there's no slouchers over here.
Yep. Nice pour.
Yeah.
Good job, Club Marzipan. Which no surprise.
Bless you.
Yeah.
So I'm having flashbacks to when we went to Chattanooga to do the podcast there because we were sitting out front. This was never a show that made it to air.
Sometimes we do shows that we realize, no.
I mean, we did record like 4.5 hours anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's really nice to actually review the Chattanooga live with them. It hasn't seen the light of day. But most of it hasn't.
Yeah, we did actually, I think we did 2 shows. We split it into
We did.
2
We did the
shows.
walk and talk, and then we did the sit down that never got posted. So
Right. But the walk and talk, was that two shows?
yeah, we split it into 2 parts. So if you go back, it's probably around 106, 107, somewhere in there on YouTube. If you go back and look, that was our trip to Chattanooga. We met with the guys on site, did a tour.
Which was great.
Yeah, it was a great tour. Got to see the still, the operation. Again, one of the, just like Hard Truth, very clean place. One of the cleanest places that you'll probably ever go to. So let's do some of this Pinot.
All right, next up on the pour list is the Chattanooga Pinot cask finish. I remember this one. I mean, it's raisin. It's got all that great wine note.
Wait, is this number 4 for you guys?
Yep.
Well, right here, yeah. Not today. There's a higher number, but
Yeah.
no.
We're 38 minutes into the show and stuff. 4 pours.
Yeah.
You're going at a good pace.
Well, they don't have to pour to 4 other people
That's
and
true.
listen to everybody else talk. So
Yeah.
It's a medium pace, Alan. Come on. So we were talking about what we were going to do today. It was about 9:30 Central Time. We're making some breakfast sandwiches. We're sitting here talking about if we were going to have internet or not to do this today. And we were like, what do we want to do? And the guy was like, I feel like I want to get comfortably numb before the show tonight. So we're working on that part. So yeah, it's going well.
I mean, we kind of already had about the better part of a bottle of vodka with Bloody Marys between 4 people.
I feel like this is the most tolerable day so far.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
do you get
It's
the
a
emails?
good
from
way to
Lounge?
spend Saturday.
Can you pull up the last
Yeah.
one for the events coming up? So Rob and Lisa are at the food court. So
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Rob and Lisa might try to
we'll
join.
get to events before the end of the day. You're good.
oh, here we go.
We got the
Good.
Are
event.
they there? Yeah, let them join. Come on.
We got the events.
Oh no, not for here. For the,
Oh,
for the
no.
lounge.
She pulled up for the events for today
The
for the
emails
PCA.
for the lounge for the upcoming events for the lounge.
Yeah, we can't see anymore. The phone is overheating, so
Oh, then
as
shut
long as
off.
the video's still running.
You're
Yeah,
still
you're
you
good.
guys are still
we're
good.
We're good.
The screen is just going very dark because it's overheating.
Well, it's still working, so we can still
It's
see
in the
it.
sun a little bit. Oh,
Is
that's
it that hot outside?
It's 80 something.
Well, I mean, it's 80 here, so it's pretty warm. I mean, we're in and out of clouds. You can kind of see behind us there's a little bit of cloud coverage, but it's pretty spotty.
We're gonna get a little rain at some point today.
Yeah, it'll be good, but
I've got the email here. It's just loading.
it's loading. We'll get to events soon. There's plenty of events coming up, so. Yeah, Rob posted that Facebook. I'm taking advantage of discount. There will be plenty
Probably
more
on
out
there.
there this week coming back with PCA. Pairing of the month is the Larrikin. What do you want, the peanut? Yeah, you'll get that. Yeah, so, we're all scattered this week, like we said. Breeden's in California doing a tasting. He's out there with Beck. They were doing
He was also judging.
some wine. Yeah, he's judging.
Yeah, he was a judge. I forget what the competition
I think it's
was.
American Whiskey Council.
That sounds right. I think he did 25 tries.
That's crazy.
So
In
we
one
found out
sitting, he had to do 25.
the only events that were listed is the May 2nd, obviously, for Derby Day, the cigar event with Trey Mack, wear your big hat, and then June 6th at Mash Bash.
That was the other one. June 6th
Yeah.
at Mash Bash.
Yep.
Join
Yeah,
us out
other
there.
than Carb Day and then the weekly podcast on Sunday. So
Also remember, if you've got summer events that you want to have cigars, you can do that. Call the lounge, get details. We need about 2 weeks notice. And we are fully into golf season now. So if you'd like to see cigars at your pro shop, go ahead and talk to your local pro and in Central Indiana and see if they can call the final third. They get you a humidor, they monitor it, they get cigars that fit your golfers' wants. So whether you're going for something lighter or sweeter versus something more darker and aggressive, they can help you out. Make sure you give the lounge a call.
look, I smoked a terrible cigar last night. It was I don't remember what it was, but it was one from the Cigar Bash last year in Louisville. It was the YSL 2016 was the one that was on the band. It was about Connecticut colored, but it was every bit of dipped, and it was so sweet, tasted terrible, smelled terrible.
Now that's bad for you.
Somebody's
that's
probably gonna
somebody's
love
palate.
that. Somebody would love that.
This almost stuff was like
Oh, Jen hated it.
burnt brulee with even more bad.
Oh, okay, burnt brulee.
Yeah.
It'll be small.
It was turning like something.
And that was live.
Listen.
All right, so Pinot here. This, the nose is a little marshmallowy. It's a little fluff, kind of really, really soft nose. The palate is very, very, approachable, as Scotty says. 95 proof, so much lighter. The lightest thing we have here.
I just feel like that Pinot just comes through.
It's so viscous. It's almost thin. Like, it doesn't really have a lot of legs, but
It really doesn't.
it's pretty much gone. Good, jumps right out the glass. But it's, man, this is one of my favorite offerings.
I would agree. They do a few different finishes that are really nice. This Pinot is very, I don't know, it just adds a level of complexity to something that they're already making super complex with having all the specialty malts in it. There's a lot to dive into when you get into the Chattanooga stuff. It's not going to be your look. There's nothing. It's not like having like a blue corn or red corn. Some of these have some really different flavors to them. It still runs very much kind of in your standard bourbon notes, but there's just a lot of subtle complexities to them. Pretty fantastic.
What do you guys got going on today other than visiting booths? You guys have dinners or banquets tonight or what?
I know Rob and Lisa, they have a dinner. They couldn't get us in, so I think we're kind of on our own tonight. So I think Lisa just yelled crab legs. So I think we're gonna try to go.
I think we might end up in the quarter.
Yeah, might go to the quarter tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Because the casino here, I went there first day, lost my ass. I sit there and
Well,
think,
this is the first time we've heard Alan talk about his losses.
You heard it here. You heard it here first.
yeah, lost my ass pretty quick, and I think it's because this is my theory, just my theory. It's all tourist people coming in, so they just turned that dial down a little bit lower. So even when I hit a bonus, like, you know, I was betting $4 or $5. When I hit a bonus, I was getting like 80, 90 bucks, not my usual and stuff. So I left.
Blame it on the voodoo.
And it is French Quarter Fest starting this weekend.
Yeah, French
so
Quarter Fest is,
it's pretty nuts, about 10 blocks from here.
yeah.
So we have talking, you know, just because you guys are in New Orleans, maybe thinking this, which is totally unrelated to New Orleans. November 7th, the Pacers are playing the Nuggets in Mexico City. November 7th. So November 1st and 2nd is Day of the Dead. It's when they celebrate. So we were talking about I'm going to volunteer to go work. But if I don't work, we were talking about making a trip down there for Day of the Dead. So maybe going on Halloween and then staying until like November 8th or 9th and doing Day of the Dead and Ciudad de Mexico.
Mexico City, wow.
Save your pennies.
Bring your own water.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they're not at war still with the cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Your
I
own
think
easy.
Rob, what did Rob get? He got some of the new, was it Espinoza?
Yeah, the Laranja.
Yeah, he got the new Laranja. It says it's fire. So I think because the picture that
Okay.
Lisa sent, us is saying that we're spending way too much money and stuff. It was Rob at the Espinoza,
Hey,
booth
bring it
there.
all home.
So,
Bring it all home.
so I think
We saw a
he's
few
got.
interesting pictures that you guys sent this morning. We saw the Warhead 12, and then
250.
we saw the Warhead 250 Independence Day, which looked incredible.
Avant-garde.
The new Los Calaveras, that box.
That was a great looking one.
Yeah, that's.
It's always a spectacle.
If you remember last year's box, it was square. I actually won one at, I think, a members event. And it's got a beautiful mural on the back of it. It's a big, heavy box. Really nice. You know that you're paying basically double for the cigar because of the
you can't
box.
see it.
But it looks really, really good. So
Everyone else can.
that was out there. The 601 Blue 20th anniversary. You guys know anything about that?
Right there.
20 years of blue.
We're showing you the picture, even though you guys can't see it. So don't know much about it. We haven't made it to the Espinoza booth yet. Rob and Lisa obviously have. I mean, they're really visiting the places that
They had scheduled meetings.
and stuff, and we're just kind
We're
of going
scouting.
around and scouting and getting some cigars out there. I would say this is not that bad. The dumpster fire.
And that's a low price point.
It's a low price point cigar, but it's not bad. It starts off pretty strong. It kind of mellows out. I think it's just a little bit above a Connecticut. So probably, honestly, a good golf course smoke. Good first cigar smoke.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we've seen so far that we really don't want to talk about yet because it may not be something that we bring in.
Yeah.
But we want to kind of just touch base with Rob and Lisa first. They're pretty much on the complete opposite end of the show as us. We were trying to see if they'd want to remote in. They're in the food line right now. But
Nice.
but we've got a lot of stuff to talk about once we meet back up with them and then hopefully bring to you guys too. But so far, from just a small fraction of what we've seen, there's a lot of really good stuff.
Well, look, if you do what you guys did earlier, Alan, if you guys have something that you guys really are excited about, just do a little reel as long as it's under 3 minutes, we can share it to all platforms. So
Yeah.
just take a little video clip and shoot it in the text group, and we'll post it out as a reel. So
Yeah, I think all these small little boutique places we've stopped in so far that are smaller companies, we may just do that, just do short clips. And even if it's not something they bring in, at least get their name out there and let people know about what they're doing.
Here's the thing with that too, is if you guys get some samples from some of these boutiques, if either you, I know Heine usually have some cards with you, or the QR code on the members thing from last year, share our info with them, and then if you guys bring back some samples, maybe we have them do a remote show with us, and we just kind of talk about their brand.
Yeah.
Even though that we may not be bringing it into the lounge, like you said, it's always good to get out, you know.
Yeah,
the
it's still a
boutiques.
community. So I mean, we're still here to help out anybody
Yeah.
that's got great products. So
Yeah,
And
I
hey-
think that's a great idea. Sure.
And Mike, keeping it under 3 minutes is no problem for me.
Oh, man.
don't
There we
clip
go.
that.
Clip that.
There's your new soundbite. Congratulations.
Wow.
There you go.
Way to go.
The title's going to be Alan Can Keep It Under 3. That's great. All right, final thoughts on this one, Scotty, before we move to the bottom of the bond.
Look, it's great. There is the one thing I like is sometimes having something that doesn't have anything aggressive can be fantastic, right? When you're like, I just want to have a sipper. This one's absolutely like you can just drink it, no problem. But if you want to investigate it, really try and do a deep tasting and identify all the notes, it's got the complexity there. So I like that this is kind of a two-way bourbon in that respect. You can dive into it, or you can just sit back and relax and enjoy it with the cigar, and it completely holds up.
And I think moving to this one too is going to be great because this is 100 proof. This is bottled and bond. This was a spring 2020 release. Tennessee high malt. This is another great bottle from them. I think this one is also 5 year, I believe. Once they bottled it. Yeah, I mean, another solid one.
Look, you just can't go wrong with bottled and bond. You
Yeah.
can get Evan Williams bottled and bond, and I think last check under $30 for a handle. So if you're just looking for something that's like even just a good mixer, you want to have some ginger ale or a little soda, something to throw with it, something like that. Any bottled and bond's almost always going to be just a solid pour.
All right, so this one is going to be a weird note on the nose for me.
Okay.
It reminds me of like going to the aquatic center when I was a kid, sour punch straw.
Oh,
The memory thing on this one for sure. 100%.
I love that though. That's the Jackie
Yeah,
Zykan
it's
method. Is
yep.
Use your memories to try and connect it to a flavor
Yeah,
rather than just trying to identify a flavor.
yeah. So it's very, it's almost smells sugary. Little citrus in there. Yes, first they're sour, then they're sweet.
I feel like on all these Chattanoogas, because they're using so much malted barley,
That it's
the way it
palate.
coats the palate is just great.
I think it tones it down a little bit on this one too with the high malt. Obviously, like you said, they're using specialty things. This one here definitely has that biscuity quality on it.
I think the biscuit is a great way to put it.
It's
Yep.
it's definitely, I say thick. You know, last one I said was thin because I didn't feel like it was, while it was viscous, didn't seem to have much that stuck around with you.
I think this has a
pretty
little bit
quick.
of an unsalted butter note kind of on the finish. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah,
kind of nice. Just leaves a little extra something there.
like an
not
unfinished cookie dough batter.
yeah, not fully fatty. Just a little like as if you just put a little unsalted butter on that biscuit, and that's what you got. I could
Wow.
call this a breakfast bourbon.
Okay. I know what we're doing tomorrow for breakfast.
We don't have biscuits.
That's true. We don't have to leave till noon.
Three of us aren't driving.
You know, I'm curious, Scott. You may know this because you're very. You guys all may know this, but you know we're here in this big hall G, cigar smoke going crazy. How do they? They don't have like the cigar,
The smoke eaters.
smoke eaters up here, do they? But as far as how do they clear this place out for the next conference that comes in
Look,
here,
honestly,
and it doesn't smell like a. I'm just always curious
you
about
gotta
that.
use the Wolverine method. So you gotta take your leaf blower and blow Lysol into it, and then
Right.
you just blow
Yeah.
it all over the hall.
Yeah, do the
No.
breeding style.
Yeah.
So there is a specific air purifier. My uncle used to work for a company that made this style where they use a plate and electricity and basically create ozone. And the ozone air purifiers, they probably have a large number of those, or at least a few high volume ones. If you run that ozone air purifier for about 24 hours, you clear out the vast majority. They're obviously, the carpet, if there's carpet on the floor it's probably temporary, right? It's a concrete.
Yeah, it'll probably be gone.
Yeah, so they'll take that out and they'll send it off to a company and wash them and use those carpets elsewhere. But yeah, as far as anything like in the ceiling or walls, they'll just use the ozone purifiers most likely. I mean, honestly, even with as much cigar smoke as in there, you give it 2 or 3 days, there's enough equipment and people moving in and out of there that it's probably not going to last. But that's a great question, Alan. And if you are looking to try and clear out a smoky space, those ozone air purifiers are the way to go.
Okay.
And Will says the breeding system works.
Heck yeah.
Of course.
You see everybody just spraying Febreze around the place.
Just hazmat
Yeah.
suits and garden sprayers.
Yeah.
But
So Jen
Yeah,
says
'cause
that
you-
she does a lot of trade shows and everything is temporary. So like the pipe and drape they bring in to back in those booths, the carpet. I mean, they basically end up with an empty steel room with a concrete floor.
Okay.
So probably not much to even leave the smell in there.
however, this seating area is brought to you by our Clean Air Oasis sponsor of Rabbit Air,
Yes.
booth 2624,
Yeah.
according to the tag.
There you go.
Love
Fantastic.
it. Love it.
As Liesl's coughing.
Because you
We
can
are on
smoke.
New-
Yeah, you can smoke outside. You can't smoke
Okay.
in the lobby area, but you can smoke
In the hall itself.
in the hall itself with the doors open. So I'm like, I don't know why you can't smoke in the main area.
They probably don't want to clean that because
Yeah.
it's permanent carpet.
All right. Well, apparently this is what we're ending on. Well, I guess we get to the.
We might do more.
We might. Yeah, we were going to try to keep this to an hour. It might go a little bit longer.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
We were unsure of the connectivity out here, so we weren't sure how we were going to go. But hopefully, everybody out there watching is getting a good experience. Easy enough from New Orleans, but a little tough out here in the hills of Tennessee.
So this is New Riff High Note Collection. This was released, I believe, 2 years ago. It's a 4-year, 109.4 proof. The biggest thing with this is the blend. The blend is first decade 10-year bourbon. It's a high rye. It's 65 corn, 30 rye, 5 malted barley. Then the decade 10-year rye, which is heavy rye. It's mixed with Bohemian wheat, biscuit malt rye. There's a couple other wheats that are mixed in there, and then mixed in with some Balboa rye too. So
Okay, bready.
Very
Right, like
bready.
the very
Yeah,
first,
it-
I just barely stuck my nose in it. Big time bready notes.
So on the notes, it says complex malty aroma with intense notes of biscuit, honey, nuts, and chocolate, proudly distilled, Wireman Abbey.
Oh,
malt.
this is a biscuit with honey on it.
Yeah.
At least on the nose, that's what this is.
So the thing that it reminds me of, what is it? Hardee's, their breakfast biscuits.
Oh,
They do
yeah.
the hot honey.
They do, yeah.
That's what this reminds. Not the hot chicken, but the honey.
I know everybody has their opinion, but in terms of fast food breakfast, I think Hardee's is the best hands down.
I do love a croissant sandwich.
The ham and cheese croissants.
What was that, Heine? I didn't hear you.
The ham and cheese croissants.
Yeah. The croissants from Burger King are pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean the nose on this, you get the malt, heavy honey. Yeah, I mean Jen says it reminds her of Derby. So yeah, this is that Balboa rye that we use for our mint juleps. So
Absolutely has that drying note on the palate.
it's a quick finish. It's a very quick.
I'm
finish.
trying to decide if it is. I almost feel like something bubbles up after about 4 or 5 seconds. It does seem to go away real quick, but then when your mouth waters, it's almost like something comes back in.
Almost like like drinking a club soda. Kind
Yeah.
of where it like makes your tongue kind of tingle a little bit.
It does make your, it doesn't seem tannic.
Everything's tingling.
Like normally the tannic nature is what you get when you got that tongue impact, but not the case here.
Alan thought I said it's dirty.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
It's-
That's why I thought you said it was dirty, not derby.
Derby. Yeah, I like to make you a mint julep.
Now I don't know how it is with your cigar. I'm getting down to the end of mine, but this Herencia, the kind of chocolate chip cookie, the cookie crisp with this, fantastic.
Well, I know Alan knows too, and I think Heine's had a couple of these Maduros with me. The undercrowns are great.
Yeah.
It stands up to a lot of things. The high proof it goes great with because it's so dark. It has those full like malty kind of qualities too, like the earthiness. I think it goes great throughout everything that we've had here today, whether it was 140 proof or 100.
We finished this. I think I'm gonna have to switch to Miller Lite for the rest of the day.
Yeah, might need some fizzies after this.
Yeah, just go yellow fizzies.
You got to hydrate,
Exactly.
Yeah, we've already calibrated. Now we need to hydrate. Scotty already had his electrolytes. I got to get mine.
Had myself my Gator Light
Yeah.
this morning.
It's what plants crave.
If Gatorade wants to sponsor us, I will happily take that. I love Gator Light. I love
Haven't seen it.
flavor to it.
Drip Drop,
Or Drip
always
Drop,
great. If
always-
Drip Drop wants to sponsor us, we'd take that too. So we'll plug you all day. Look, we're horse for sponsors, so yeah. Here, sticks are unbelievable at Final Third, so
That's what I heard as well.
yeah. If you guys are listening, you're back home. Be sure to stop by the lounge this weekend. Chloe, Tam, and Jim are
I
holding
do
down the
believe
fort.
today is the day of show the video. Rob
Yep.
posted 2 reels.
No, it was yesterday.
If you show either one of them from yesterday or the day before, Friday or Thursday, you get 10% off of any pairing that you want to have. So whether it's a cocktail and a cigar or a pour and a cigar, you're going to get 10% by showing the video. It does not have to be the pairing of the month. It is any pairing if you show the video. Just show that you follow us, show the video, and you'll get that discount.
That's great.
We didn't really, we're kind of at a time right now. We didn't really have sports news. Now, we were watching the Masters of last week's show. And Rory, talk about backing into a win. I mean, he did do what he needed to do, so credit where it's due. But hits a bogey to finish out. I feel like if he had the pressure on, he probably would have sunk that putt. He's about 4 inches away from the last one. Also, kudos to the guy that he was playing with. I think it was. Anybody remember who that was?
Alan,
Anyway.
who's he playing with?
Oh gosh, Cameron
Was it
Young.
Cam Young?
Cameron Young. Yeah, Cameron Young's he's going to break through eventually. And
He
so
will.
He's been right on the cusp of winning tournaments and some of the majors. He'll break through here soon.
So Cam Young obviously did the gentlemanly thing, finished out his round so that Rory could hit the last putt of the tournament and win. Really great. A little bit of controversy there at the end. Scotty Scheffler felt like pin position. They were a little too aggressive.
Oh, wow.
I thought the media made more of a story about it than what it was. He just said those pin positions were really hard on Friday. It'd be a little bit more fun to have some scoring going on. That was it. But the media said, "Oh my goodness, Scotty Scheffler is upset."
Crybaby.
And Scotty's got in the top 5 7 times this year without wins. He's still the number 1 golfer in the world. So
I bet he had a putting green in prison.
yeah.
Well, the big controversy about the Masters is there's a lot of people saying it's not fair that Rory got to play. They played the Masters or the Augusta 2 weeks. He played it for like a
2 weeks straight.
2 weeks
Yeah.
straight before the Masters. So he even said he did. And some people say that's not fair. He gets a fair advantage. He knows the court. Yeah.
Say nobody's stopping anybody else from going and playing for 2 weeks.
I think anybody, if you're on a pro, you probably get on there and practice beforehand. He just did it. He
I'm
didn't
sure
play.
you'd be able to play with anybody. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look, your job is legitimately pay to play, and he did that. So
Yeah.
you can't be mad at him for that. Like he used the system.
Well, there was a
to
lot
his
of people.
advantage.
A lot of people complaining because we don't have a private jet that we can drop our daughter off at school, fly to Augusta, play 2 rounds, and then fly home for dinner. And I was like, play harder.
Yeah, better.
He can do that because
he has
did.
the ability.
Yeah.
He's got a
It's called
private jet.
capitalism, guys.
What was
Good
it,
job.
Alan? What was the Alan Humphrey method? It was don't get married, don't have kids, lie to doctor for 25 years, and never pick up the check.
Alan, that was the best way to retire young.
Yes. There you go.
Always trust your farmer reps.
Yeah, there you go. The keys to life by all things Big Al.
Alan's gonna start doing these self-help videos on Instagram. He's gonna be doing subscription-based services. So.
No, Alan, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to mimic you. I've noticed this. When you do your solo videos, you have this look. It's like, I'm out at the golf course and I'm smoking this fantastic cigar.
And you know, if you listen to me, this could be you.
Yeah.
You should play this quartz. You'll love it.
All right, Big Jim.
That guy is like at 3 o'clock in the morning. I used to see this guy. It's like some Asian guy. He's like, if you want to make melons, he was saying millions, but it sounds like he's saying if you want melons. If you want to make melons, do this, do that, make melons.
You got to get up early.
And stuff. So that's how you make millions.
That's hilarious.
That's how you make the millions.
That's hilarious. How you make the melons.
You gotta get up earlier.
Yep.
Oh man.
I think we got IndyCar Long Beach is next weekend. I can't remember if it's this weekend or next weekend. And then they're coming. I will say they are coming out to IMS. They're going to do oval testing for 2 days here at the end of April. I'm hoping to get out there. That's free to get in, and they're actually going to put it online on YouTube. So if you want to watch, see what speeds might be going in this year. I'm pretty sure that you can place bets on what the pole is going to be in the pole winner. Obviously, qualifying at Indianapolis 500 is a big deal. So they'll have the testing, and then they'll be going into the Grand Prix and then the Indy 500.
Well, if you're super invested in my life, all the listeners out there that want to know about everything, April 28th, the Central Great Lakes Emmys is going to announce the winners. So April 28th at 2 p.m. on the YouTube page, NATAS Central Great Lakes. They will be doing a live video for the announcement of the Emmy submissions for the winners, or the nominees at least. Nominees, not winners, nominees. So hopefully, we're hoping that we'll get at least one nomination. We submitted 5 things for Pacers last year, so fingers crossed that we'll get at least one nomination. So.
Hopefully nobody overread that file.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, too soon. All right, Mike, you got to tell this story.
So what Heine's talking about is I worked on the graphics project for about a month.
For the Pacers.
For the
'cause
Pacers
you
and
worked
Fever.
for the Pacers. Yep.
I worked on this project for about a month. Getting ready for the Fever season, kind of revamping all the graphics looks based on templates. I get to work on Wednesday. I'm thinking it's going to be a nice light day. We were going to do some setup for media day next week.
For the Fever.
I sit down in front of the computer because I wanted to add one more thing, and my project's gone. I open it up, and it was blank. Someone saved over it. I don't know who. I don't really care. It happened. It's happened a couple times.
You really should learn how to back things up.
Well, I did. No, you can. I did on the back end. I saved the file in a root directory to where nobody can access unless you have the password. So it won't happen again. I do.
Oh. That whole thing just moved. It threw me
so
off.
I will be sure that that doesn't happen again because I crammed in a month's worth of work in 9 hours. So hopefully it works come April 30th.
It's real spicy on the drive down here, y'all.
I was not that spicy.
Hey, Mike, you want me to get you that shirt? You can wear it in this week.
Yeah, I'll wear it. Yeah, I'm a large.
We cannot talk about the shirt.
It's a great shirt, everyone. It's very PC. It says friend, friendly, friend, friend.
I don't think that's the F word.
They just spelled it different.
Yeah.
That's how I would spell it. Friend, friend, friendy. So
that does make sense. Yeah, that does make sense for you.
It screams, come up and say hi to me.
Yeah.
I will wear that if you buy it, by the way.
So we're moving on to a second cigar. I'm smoking the Aladino Cameroon.
Scotty D with the Cameroon.
I know. We need to redo that commercial.
No, we don't. We're not redoing it because Cameroon just won another award.
That's right, it did.
So
actually.
we were talking about redoing the Aladino commercial because of Scotty D's emphasis on Cameroon. But every time he brings it up, I mean, it's hilarious. And they just keep getting accolades for the Cameroon. So.
I did not. It was
it's
just
provocative.
I just put the emphasis on the Cameroon.
It gets the
There's
people.
no such thing as bad publicity.
Exactly.
There you go. So
Yeah.
so I'm doing the Lancero version of this, which I love. Sometimes these Cameroons can, especially if you get the very large ring gauge, we've seen it with some of the Robusto line, where they'll crack on you. It's just a very thin tobacco leaf. But in this case, the Lancero, you're getting so much of the wrapper and binder, and it's just, the flavors are fantastic on it. Nice, easy smoke. It's going to be different than what you've had. By the way, people who talk about, well, that looks stupid in your hand. I don't care. It smokes great. That's what I care about.
You like an idiot, big hands.
Exactly. I mean, I got really big hands, and I got big hands.
Scott
and
just
a
goes,
tiny
just read the
cigar."
shirt.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
smoking McAuliffe Black because it's what I bought. Look, I mean, the McAuliffe, all the color line of McAuliffe, they're all great in their own way. Scotty brought a bunch of whites. Love the McAuliffe whites. Love the flavor profile on the white. The black's just a little bit heavier, so it's way more up my alley. Yeah, I mean, I think this is another good one. You know, for a $10 stick, like, it goes with pretty much everything.
It does.
So
It really does. It works well with everything.
Yeah, I jumped on. I've got the Placencia Reserva Original. That was one of the giveaways out here for this yesterday, I believe. And I jumped on one of those.
Wow,
I'm
that's really,
kind of using it as a palate cleanser.
wow, what a tough life.
That's really tough for you, Heine.
Yeah.
That sounds like a real challenge for you right there.
You know, it's rough. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. We have a
Hey, I
E.H.
know Alan-
Taylor.
Alan bought these microphones too. We have little smiley faces on ours now because it came with stickers.
I didn't put the stickers on.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys know that E.H. Taylor has a cigar? Like, we went to the event last night, and we see this big E.H. Taylor, so we're thinking we're going to give pours. But it was cigars.
So there's a lot that Buffalo Trace does. The E.H. Taylor ones are not that great. The whiskey is obviously good.
I didn't bring it.
Buffalo Trace does a Pappy cigar that is actually really good. I know,
Yeah,
I
they're
know, I know. But
They've got one of the booths out here today.
The Pappy cigar is actually palatable. Most of them are, the way that they do those cigars, they put them in the tubes and they kind of, you know, it's a vertical stack with like a bulb on the bottom with the whiskey in it, and it infuses vertically. But it's a sealed glass container, so there's no oxygen gets in there other than what was sealed in with the actual mechanism. It's way different than sealing it in. Like, you know, we always joke about the Boveda packs that we did with the Tatiscans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that like dip cigars. That's kind of how all the other like whiskey cigars go with like the E.H. Taylor ones. Like they're dipped or side. They sit in the pack on the side with some sort of infusion pack. It just kind of it does a little different when you have more air in like a Ziploc bag than being vertically stacked with the humidity kind of rising through the glass container. And that's why it is a gimmick. And it's the power of suggestion. I mean, it's a $22 cigar, $25 probably now. But I would say if you want to try an infused cigar, that the Pappy cigar would probably be your best bet because, yeah, I got one of those for my mother-in-law for Christmas, and I would buy more of those. It's not one of those that I would smoke every day, but it's a cool cigar. It's a conversation piece, obviously. Like, I'm smoking a Pappy. Like, it's cool.
Well, it's a great note here because you got that as a gift. If you know that a cigar smoker in your life goes to a particular shop or lounge, go to that place and talk to whoever's running it. Give them the name of the person. There's a good chance they're going to know who they are. And they'll be able to tell you what cigars to get them. Like, what do they like that's the special stuff versus just the things they smoke every day. Go talk to the person at that shop. Always appreciate when I get a free cigar. It's very nice. It's very kind. But if you're going to go buy one, just go to the shop or lounge that you know that the person you're buying for goes to.
Yeah.
So I will give you a PCA exclusive. Apparently,
Let's do
Rob
it.
did stop by, and he said that the new Laranja Hybrid is fire. And he says it's a Habano Oscuro wrapper with Brazilian filler. Think full-bodied Laranja Reserva.
Wow. Okay.
If I could reach the phone,
And
I'd do a
apparently
break-
those are coming.
That's great.
Clip that.
Flip that. Clip that. Yeah, well, it looks like we're about to get some rain here, so we're going to wrap it up because we got to probably take some cover here in just a second. It's getting a little windy and a little cooler.
Not major cover. It's not
Yeah.
crazy. It's just going to
Oh, you
be
can see the
some
wind.
rain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone's going to get seasick from the phone rock.
Well, guys, looking forward to hearing everything about PCA next week. I hope you have a great time out there. Tell Rob and Lisa that we said hey. Tell Liesl we said hey. Glad that you guys are having a good time.
Because
Yeah.
you're a nerd. Well, you guys be safe in the weather. I think the AC just kicked on in here, so we might have to move.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well,
Lisa, keep your crab leg shell to yourself, Sam.
Yep, keep
Yeah.
your crab legs to yourself there.
that's
She's
right.
going full Pretty Woman. She's launching them across the restaurant.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, well, cheers, everyone. We'll have this up on all platforms Monday for Spotify and Apple.
Yeah, you can find me at Scotty D Smokes.
You can find me at both divisional Spencer Lee's. Don't forget to follow the Final Third podcast.
All things Big Al.
And Moto Photo Will.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
There's no
Right there.
Get to it. Oh.
End.